Definitely wasn't planning to hit a skate park this morning, but I was dropping my wife off at a nearby appointment and the park is dead. So I figured why not? I have been spending a lot of time in the streets lately, which is always a good thing. One thing I haven't done in a while is learned a new trick. I would like to learn big spin back disasters or big spin lip slides. And there's a couple other transition tricks I like to learn. You got this nice quarter pipe behind me, metal coping, super wide. It's a little slick, but whatever, we'll work with that. This is a park I normally don't go to because it's kind of small, and when there's a lot of people, or even 4 people, it's like really hard to like have a good time. So I'm gonna take advantage of the empty skate park, get a couple warm-up tricks, and then yeah, I'll try some big spin back disasters. That's the goal today. Start with just some 50-50s. Do some tail slides. Of course, I got super right when I tried it. I'm gonna do a couple back tails actually. I've been sort of not feeling very confident with those. Yeah. Let's try 5-0 fakie and a blunt fakie. I haven't done a blunt fakie with these new wheels. Oh gosh. Clean that up a little bit. Scary part about going fakie when you're going fast here is like you slip out, so you kind of got to go slow down a little bit. I want to get one more good 5-0 fakie. Oh my goodness. I want to feel sketchy. A little better. Ooh, front shot. I feel like the best way for me to learn a new trick is like doing a lot of tricks that I do know how to do. It's like exposure therapy, build some confidence. Haven't been doing 5-0 fakies enough lately, or blunt fakies, so I'm glad I got some of those under my belt. Let's try a couple backside lip slides on this thing. Actually, I'll try a back disaster, then a back lips. I've been doing back disasters enough lately. The main difference is like back disaster, you kind of want to ollie into it. Lip slide, you kind of fall into it. Like it's less pop and more just like a swing. If that makes sense. I've been having a lot of fun with this trick lately though, for a while. It's just so fun to slide. Another one I need to do more is like back D to that, but actually grind that. Try some back lip slide to sugarcane kind of thing. I wish I can do that. I normally just stall them, but I would like to grind them. So maybe I'll try a few now that it's fresh in the mind. That could be a new trick. I mean, really, it's just like a combination of what I did. Just like do back deep to the front smith, whatever, sugarcane. But like actually grind the sugarcane. Maybe I'll do one more stall and then I'll try grinding it. Try to stall it without olling. Missed it. There we go. That sun just keeps coming in and out right now, so apologize if the exposure is too much sometimes. Just lip slide and then get into it and not really grind it too far, just to get comfortable. I mean, eventually I like the lip slide and grind equally as long and far. Oh gosh. I think that will make the main difference is like when you slide, you're kind of like in this cross lock position. When you're disaster, you're kind of just like, it's easier to move it into the truck. So I think you just got to figure out that motion. Just slow down on the lip slide. Kind of it. So the one before those, all right, I'll try get another angle so you can see a little better what's going on in a second. Almost. I feel like even committing to those ones is a good thing. Oh. I feel like I'm just like not holding the sugarcane enough. I mean, it feels like I'm getting into it, but I'm just not grinding it. So try to get a little better, but it's progress. Just like trying tricks sometimes. Just like being able to go back and forth over and over without anybody else here is really helpful for me. It's like exposure therapy, you know, like when I have to wait for other people and like I just get lost in the sauce. So it's really helpful skating alone sometimes to learn new tricks. Yeah, I still keep falling out. I do think the slipperiness of this is kind of helping me. Oh, that's what I need. I just have to trust it a little more. Ooh, that's the best one so far. Wasn't much of a grind, but it just felt like it locked in good. Oh, there we go. We're getting somewhere. Oh, hanging up, but whatever. Oh gosh, maybe 2 grays. I think those 2 were pretty decent, like the best I've done. I didn't grind it too far, but far enough to give me like some confidence that I feel like I can get better at this trick. I want to get one more angle, just kind of show you what's going on. So if you want to learn this trick or just see what I'm doing right or wrong, if you want to help me, if you know how to do this trick, I'll take the help for sure. Oh, that one is grinding nice. Oh. Oh, dang it. I think I just need to get more above it. Like those, when I'm further back this way, it makes me slide better, but it kind of zings out from behind. Oh. Whoa. Dang it. It's like some of those I'm just locking up. I want to get in a good smash. That's the motion though. I feel like if I can even just like stall and hang up, like stop, it really kind of help me figure it out. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right. Probably bored of seeing me try that same trick over and over, but that's progress for me. I don't really have that trick down good, at least grinding it, as you can see. I do want to get some more tricks under my belt, but since it's still empty, super hyped on that. I'm gonna do a couple of tricks that I do know consistently, just to build that confidence up again. And it's funny because like if the homies were here, I'd have a lot of fun, but I probably wouldn't focus so much on like going over and over and over and learning new tricks because I don't know, there's just more pressure. You just want to have fun with the friends. When you're alone, you kind of just tinker more. So I think when you're skating alone, inherently, sometimes, not always, but I think it's better for learning new tricks. Like you're trying something super difficult that's scary, like an invert or something. Having friends is good because you're just scared, but I'm not too scared right now. It's like more technical ability for me on this trick. Used to have backside balances on lock like every try. Haven't been doing that enough. One more exposure there too. Probably thinking like, yo, you got the whole skate park to yourself right now and you're just skating the quarter pipe. It's kind of why I'm just skating the quarter pipe, because when there's a lot of people here, you don't want to be like hogging the one obstacle. You don't want to be that guy. So I think right now I can be that guy because I'm the only one here. So I'm not being considerate of anybody else right now, which is nice. Like there's so many other things I kind of do want to keep skating, but I just feel like since it's still empty, I'm going to continue messing with this quarter pipe because nobody's gonna be mad that I'm like hogging it up or whatever. Neat. Wanna try fakie 50-50 fakie. Got 2 cross locked on there. It's hard to get fakie when you're cross locked. Still got the park to myself. I'm gonna take the jacket off and try some of these big spin back disasters. Maybe what I'll do is big spin pivot fakie first, or just big spin pivot regular. And what's funny is like, I think most people go big spin back D before pivot because you gotta be a little more precise. But for some reason, for me, big spin pivot has just been like one of my favorite tricks for quite a long time. So maybe that'll build me up. I also have this bank behind me that might be good for the big spin back D because it's just flat coping versus like metal round coping, and like big spinning off a bank sometimes is easier than steep transition. But quick little intermission water break and then let's try some of those. I'm gonna try a couple of big spin fakies on the core pipe first, just see how they work, like see how that motion is working for me today. And then if they are easy, nice, I'll keep moving on. If they're hard, nice, I'll keep moving on. I want to try them just to kind of get used to that motion. Then I'll try a few on this core pipe and then maybe I'll go over to the bank, just depending on how it feels basically. I feel like I need to get a little pivot fake out of the way real quick. There it is. Oh, I'm so upset. Come on. Almost have to like spin the shove a little slow. All the way. It's kind of like in between the blunt and the pivot. Keep going blunt. Kind of like not getting the right pop. You get the right pop so I can just be like ready to land like that. Okay. Oh man. There we go. Three in a row would have been too easy. All right. Wasn't the best one, but saved some of my energy. I think, I don't know for sure, but big spin back D, there's gonna be more margin for error than a pivot. Like you could just land on your board anywhere, right? And then go in, but something about the spin into it is just different for me. So let's try some now that I'm getting pretty toasted before my legs start like really giving up, because that's the one thing about skating alone is like, you don't last as long because there's no intervals. You're just going, which is good for me personally. Just like going. I like that motion. I feel like there's less like time to get in my head and think about somebody else, what they're doing, or them filming me or anything like that. So let's try some of these. One back D before we go into the spin. That's it. Just do the big spin. I don't know why. I think the reason that one's scarier because like there's more flinging and like a chance of primo versus like a pivot. If that makes sense. Like I think that's just in my head, but that's why I think it's scarier. I mean, that's the motion. Well, that's what I'm scared of, is like not rotating it enough. I'm hoping with the bang versus the transition, I was kind of like figure out that scooping rotation motion a little more. That's how I learned big spin pivot figgies too, was like on a bank like this. So like there's transition at the bottom, then there's bank. Like it's still steep, so I don't think you're like fully disabling yourself by trying them on something like this. Huh. Oh gosh. The thing about this bank is it's more slippery than the core pipe. I don't know why, but that's what I don't like. Oh God. I feel like I do have more control up here on the bank than on the quarter pipe. Today might not be the day for the big spin back disaster. As much as I want to get it, it's just legs are getting tired. Been out for a while. I gotta go pick up the wife from her appointment too, so I don't want to be late for that. But progression is progression. Like sometimes you don't land a trick, but just like trying it is good because it gets you less scared of it. So maybe we'll go try some in my backyard actually after this. But yeah, I gotta take a breather and get some food because your boy's dusted.